drift away. Hold tight, I can save you from this deep black waters. Pull you in while you drift away. Hold tight, I can save you.
Have you ever loved someone so much that you didn't realize they were hurting you? I used to, until I found out the truth about my mother. My name is Orion Rigel Guntherson, and this is my story. Let me tell you the story of a teen named Orion. That's me, by the way. After a few days of not hearing from my boyfriend Shen, I finally got a text from him, and I was completely devastated. Orion, I met someone. It's over. I'm sorry. Shen? I couldn't understand or believe it. There was no way. Shen would never.
He told me it was forever. He gave me a ring. Boys lie. It's what they do. They only want one thing, and when they get it, they leave. Shen's not like that. We never... Something's wrong. I just know it.
The more I thought about it, something just seemed off. I tried to tell Mom about my suspicions, but she didn't care. It's obvious now why she didn't. She already knew what happened to him. That's it. Who signs their name to a text? And when he did, he just used an S and a heart emoji. This time, I kept my suspicions to myself. Something fishy was going on, and I wasn't the only one who noticed.
Say something, anything.
Rigel, I'm worried about Shen. This isn't like him.
Do something.
I'm worried about him too, Leia. Something weird is going on. Let's talk later. Something was definitely going on. But what? My mom was acting so paranoid around me. She changed the subject anytime I brought up Shen. She refused to let me go back to Willow Creek and meet with Leia. One time, Leia made the long trip to visit me, and Mom wouldn't even let me talk to her. She yelled at her. She even pushed her. Something was definitely wrong. The worst part was when she took all my pictures of him. She even deleted them off of my phone and computer. What the hell, right? That was the last straw.
Mom, did you take all my pictures? Yes. I thought maybe you wouldn't be hurting so much if they were gone. You can't just make him disappear. I don't care what the text said. We love each other. I need to...
Then I saw it sticking out of her pocket. Shen's phone. What the hell was she doing with Shen's phone?
Is that Shen's phone? Why do you have Shen's phone? I can explain. Let's sit down and talk about it. Fine.
Finally, I was going to learn why she was acting this way. I shouldn't have agreed to talk to her. I should have ran. But I don't think this was the first time she's messed with my head. I could hear her in there. I could feel her stumbling around, tearing out memories like they were weeds. I watched in horror as they slowly disappeared from my mind. Every memory I ever had of Shen.
Say something,
A lifetime of friendship
anything.
and love.
Do something,
After that, every time I heard her call me Rigel, I cringed. Rigel was the boy who was bullied and made fun of. No one ever came to rescue Rigel. No one had ever loved Rigel, so I begged her to call me Orion. I wanted to forget everything about my past. Little did I know that I already had. One night, while I was out wandering, I found a building I had never noticed before.
What is this place?
It was a brand new community center. I ran over to check it out, and I was amazed. I took a woodworking class, and I was hooked. Although, other than that one class, I avoided talking to people, for fear that they would find my secret out. "Ryan, behind you!" This was the first time I heard the voice. At first, I thought I was going crazy. Then I thought maybe I imagined it. I should have just turned around, like the voice said. My parents seemed to be growing apart, and, well, I threw myself into my schoolwork to avoid them. But every night after they fell asleep, I would sneak out and head over to the community center to make things. I had to be sneaky, because I knew my mom wouldn't approve. She wanted me to be a scientist. And so, from a lonely teen, I grew into a lonely young adult. I had no aspirations other than to make things. I had no dreams, nothing I wanted to do. I'd never had a relationship before, and, well, I really didn't want one. Then, one day, my mom told me a story. She reminded me of our trip to Sixam many years ago. The thing I remember most about that trip is being lost for hours in that scary place. I hated it, and I vowed to never go back. She explained to me how Earth's atmosphere could be very dangerous for aliens. She said we were both safe because we were born here. But when a group of her friends from Sixam decided to visit, she watched as they all died in front of her one by one. She told me that we needed to destroy the environment to make it safer for our family members to come and live here. She assured me that it would have no effect on the humans whatsoever. I was skeptical, but she was my mom, and really, I had nothing better to do. Won't stop for traffic lights. I didn't want to take any money from them, so I left the house penniless, and I earned money by selling things I found in the dumpster. Once, I even found a monolith TV. I kept that one for myself. Eventually, I had made enough money to purchase 2 containers, and I made them into a tiny home for me and my pet rainbow fish, Fishy McFishface, to live in. My parents must have made up. Soon after I was gone, I learned they had another child, a girl named Cassiopeia, Cassie for short. I even got to babysit her once. After a while, I finally gave in and gave my mom what she wanted. Against my better judgment, I became a scientist, and I hated it. It wasn't that it was a hard job. It just wasn't what I wanted to do. In fact, it was rather boring. Although I did discover my love for gardening there. The only bright part of my day was seeing Artemis. Artemis was one of the sweetest, friendliest people I had ever known. She also knew I was an alien. I don't even know how she knew, but she knew. Eventually, I told her about what my mom said, and she laughed. She told me that sounded ridiculous. She assured me it was 100% bad for humans. Artemis was an expert in all things alien. She explained to me that aliens have been visiting our planet for decades, if not centuries. None of them had ever been killed by our atmosphere. She told me to give it a good long think. She thought maybe my mom had ulterior motives. I, stupidly, didn't think my mom would lie to me, but Artemis's words stuck with me. The next day, while watering my little garden, I heard the voice again.
You're awfully quiet.
I'd been hearing it a lot lately, but this time was different. It felt like the voice was trying to tell me something. I couldn't stop thinking of what Artemis told me. So I headed to Port Promise, the industrial zone, to look into her claims. It was horrible there, litter everywhere, and the sky was a sickly yellowish brown color. I even saw a rat run under the bench I was sitting on. This can't be right.
Ow.
This can't be right. Artemis was right. This isn't right. This isn't right. Look at this place. How can anyone live here? Had my mom really lied to me?
It's your move, Orion.
There was that voice again. The next day, I went to see my mother.
Orion, what are you doing here?
You lied to me.
About what?
Everything.
What?
Humans not being affected, your friends dying, and who knows what else.
Fine. I lied about the humans, but I didn't lie about my friends.
I don't care. I'm not going to destroy the environment anymore.
But what about our family?
Don't listen to her lie. She's a horrible person. Again, that voice. Like it was trying to protect me or something. I'd heard it so many times now, I felt like I was losing my mind. Find someone else. I'm done. I was so angry that I took it out on their trash can. But then I felt bad, so I had to pick it up.
You're such a dork.
The voice by the trash can was different than the usual voice. It's a bit weird to think of a voice in your head as usual. What the heck is wrong with me? This voice was torturing me. These voices. There was more than one now. I needed to talk to someone who knew about aliens. The only person I could think of was Artemis. Artemis, I have questions. Do you think we could meet up for coffee?
Sure. I'm in class right now, but can we meet at another cafe in an hour?
Sounds good. See you there.
So, what's up?
First off, you were right. Mom lied to me. I told her I wouldn't do it anymore.
Good for you. I sense there's something more important you want to talk about, though.
I was quiet for a bit, not sure whether I should tell her or not. I closed my mouth. I couldn't tell her.
Nuh-uh, you better tell me.
Fine! I've been hearing voices. There, are you happy now?
Whoa, sorry. I didn't mean to make you mad.
Sorry, I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, you were talking to the voices.
Do you think I'm schizophrenic?
Maybe, but I think it may be something else.
Really?
Those voices might actually be memories trying to resurface. I'm so sorry, Orion, but my brother Apollo needs to talk to me. And I don't really want him to see us together.
Why not?
You're kind of the enemy. We're alien hunters. That's why I know so much about them.
What?
Look, there are things happening in this world that you've been sheltered from. It's the only reason I haven't... Never mind. Can you stop by my house tomorrow?
Sure, but why?
My girlfriend is a doctor, and I want her to run some scans on you.
If you think it'll help.
I do, but you need to be careful. You need to stay away from your mom. Also, don't take off your disguise or use your powers.
Powers?
You don't know about your powers? Has your mother taught you anything?
Just how to remove my disguise, but I never take it off.
Just be careful, okay? Don't let your emotions get out of control. Yoga and meditation should help with that. Don't do anything to call attention to yourself, and be careful, okay?
I'll be safe. See you soon. Orion, behind you! This time I listened to the voice. I watched as Artemis hugged her brother. I had so many questions. Was she stopping herself from killing me? What did she mean memories were surfacing? What memories? I couldn't wait to find out.
Cause nothing makes sense, no, nothing makes sense anymore.
Wow, she lived in a container home just like me.
Hi! You must be Orion. Temmie's out back experimenting. Let's go get her.
Temmie?
Sorry, Artemis. Ollie and I call her Temmie.
Ollie?
Her brother Apollo. Temmie! Orion's here.
I was surprised to find Artemis was a spellcaster. I'd never actually met a spellcaster before, that I knew of.
Oh, hey Orion. Sorry, I was a bit lost in my work. My brother Apollo wants me to create a potion for him. Are we ready then? I'll get everything booted up. Just step right into the scanner.
Why are you helping me instead of killing me? I couldn't hold my tongue anymore.
We don't kill aliens, we just keep tabs on them. We only take them out if they need to be taken out. Temmie! What? They don't kill them, they just put them in a jail of sorts. Well, in extreme cases,
Like my mom?
maybe. Right now, my highest priority is making sure you're safe. I promised Ophelia I would.
Who's Ophelia?
Really? I told you.
Why did they both seem so surprised with my question?
She's your twin sister?
My what? I was glad I was sitting down, but Artemis didn't answer. Artemis!
Your mother is a monster. Look at these scans.
What's wrong with my scans?
She's been repeatedly wiping your memories. If you weren't an alien,
If I weren't an alien, what?
your brains would be mush. Screw it. I'm getting hold of Colt. We need to activate the extraction plan. You'd better. We need to get him out now.
Do you think she's doing this to my father?
I'm pretty sure she is, but let's just hope it's not as bad. But for now, we need to get you away from her as quickly as we can. I'll talk to some people to help your dad. He would be pissed if I didn't. Damn right, that man saved my life.
Fee's my sister, right?
You really don't remember?
I tried to remember, but it seemed ridiculous. How could I not remember that I had a sister? No, I don't remember. As far as I know, I was an only child until Cassie.
You have 2 brothers and 1 sister. 2, including Cassie.
2 brothers and 1 sister? How can I not remember any of them?
Like I said, your mother is a monster.
You can't have that. It's mine. Mom!
That must be Ophelia's voice. But whose voice was the other one? Could I meet her? My sister?
You already have.
You?
Sorry I never introduced her. We wanted to see if you recognized her first.
I'm sorry. I don't recognize you.
Don't worry about it too much. We were kids the last time we saw each other. I'm going to need to hug you, though. I've been waiting such a long time to do that. Let's try something. You did it perfectly. Do you remember it? It was our twin handshake.
How did I do that? I don't remember ever doing it before.
Don't worry about it, Mushbrain.
You're such a dork.
You remember that? I used to call you that all the time, and you'd call me...
I'm sorry, I didn't remember it. It's just a voice I heard in my head. It's why I called Artemis.
Wow, Mom really did a number on you.
I just can't believe she would do what you guys are saying she did. I mean, we've always been close. We've never had any fights at all.
You can't just make him disappear.
Wait, was that my voice? Or did we? I think she made someone else disappear too. She probably made a lot of people disappear.
I'm sorry we didn't get you out sooner, but we lost you when you moved to Evergreen Harbor.
My head was spinning.
Are you okay, Orion?
I couldn't help it. I started crying. My whole life has been a lie. What else has that woman taken from me? I just had to get out of there, but they stopped me by the door.
Demi can talk to the other spellcasters, and they can work on a way to bring your memories back.
I'm okay. It's just a lot, you know?
Well, you've got us now. We'll always take care of you, you big dork.
Thanks, you guys. It's good to know that I've got you now. But where will I go?
We have a place far away, a safe haven, somewhere no one knows about aliens or vampires or mermaids. We want you to go there and be human-ish. You don't need to be involved in this.
I can't. I can't leave my dad, our dad, and Cassie.
We've got someone watching the apartment now. Don't worry about them. We'll get a plan together. That's what we do. You need to go sooner rather than later.
Can I at least say goodbye to Dad?
Of course, but make sure your mom isn't home first, okay? Meet us at the Brindleton Bay Boathouse tomorrow. There'll be a boat waiting to take you there.
I'll be there. Thanks again for everything. As I was walking away, I heard something I probably wasn't meant to.
Is he going to be safe? He should be. Are we going to be safe? As long as your brother is out there, no one is safe.
I went to my parents in a daze. Luckily, Mom wasn't there. This was the first time I'd seen my father in a while. He was pregnant again. I thought you said no more. I didn't want another one, like Zoe did. You know your mother. She gets whatever she wants. Dad, we need to talk. Okay. Mom lied to me. We had a fight. A big fight. I'm leaving. Good. Don't let her know, though. She'll mess with your head. Dad, are you feeling alright? I'm fine. I'm just wishing I'd done things differently. Like what? I just wish I'd sent you away with your sister. Especially after that incident on Sixum. Wait, what incident? She tried to drown your sister? She did what? Your mom tried to drown your sister, but you attacked your mom to save your sister. What? No wonder I hated that place. She made you forget about Ophelia after I convinced your mom to put her up for adoption. She tried to make me forget, but I started writing things down if I can. I trust that file more than I trust my own mind. Why didn't you tell anyone? What's the use? She just mind-wiped them too. I'm going to go away now. Ophelia and... No! Don't tell me. She can read minds as easily as she can wipe them. Just go. And don't tell anybody where you're going. Not me, not your grandma, not anyone. Go now and please be safe. What about you and Cassie? I don't want to leave you guys. Don't worry about us. She won't hurt either of us. She doesn't want to ruin her chances. Chances at what? To find the one, of course. You need to go now. She's coming home soon. It was hard saying goodbye to them. I couldn't resist playing with Cassie once more. The only reason I didn't take her with me is because I knew Ophelia and Artemis had a plan. I gave my dad a hug and hoped it wouldn't be the last time I saw him.
Do you recall when we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice?
The next day, I met Artemis and Ophelia in Brindleton Bay. I just wanted to thank you guys again for everything.
No need to thank us, you're family. We just want to make sure you're safe. I made this just for you. It's a potion of emotional stability, just in case you need it.
Thanks. I'll definitely need it.
Good luck, Orion.
See? I really do need that potion.
Finley should be able to make more if you need it.
I have something for you too. Do you like it? I made it myself. It's a copy of the only picture I have of us.
I grew up, I somehow made it through
Alright.
without losing sight.
Good.
And I still wonder where you are.
Are you
And
okay?
if you found a way.
I just had a memory. We were playing on the swings.
That's amazing, you big dork.
It really is, you weirdo.
That makes me so happy.
Me too.
Now you need to do that handshake thing.
That's not how it goes. It goes like this. I remembered the final step.
Don't worry. I'll be visiting you when it's safe to. We can get to know each other then.
Be careful, stay safe.
I will.
See you later, dork.
Bye, weirdo.
Do you think Finley will recognize him?
I don't know. He's changed a lot. They might not even realize they knew each other before.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun.
Hello. Hi, you must be Orion. My name's Colt. I'm Finley's father. I heard you like gardening. I love gardening. Great, you'll fit in just fine. Finley's gonna love you. She hates gardening. So, you're from Evergreen Harbor? I moved there as a teen. I'm originally from Willow Creek. I think you know my dad Gunther? Ah, yes, Gunther. Good man. How's he doing? Are we getting him out too? He's pregnant again. Artemis and Ophelia are working on a plan to help him. So, I see she's still dating that alien. That alien is my sister. Sorry, I didn't mean any disrespect. I'm half alien myself. Batu, not Sixum. It's been a long trip. My house is right over there. I can take you there. You can get cleaned up a bit, and then I'll take you to the farm.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future
I've never seen a sky as blue as the one in Henford on Bagley.
Hi, Orion. Nice to meet you. Wow, you look so much like your sister.
I think she even has that same exact outfit. Well, I've got one more farmhand coming later in the week. His name is Damien. Come on, I'll show you your room. It's kind of empty right now, though.
This is amazing.
You think so? Feel free to use any of this stuff. Let me know if you need help decorating. I'm studying to be an interior designer.
That would be great. I have some ideas. Finley and I worked together. She designed the room, and I made most of the furniture and decor. It was perfect. I don't really remember meeting Damien. Maybe it was at dinner. He kind of creeped me out at first. He was different than my friend Caleb, the only vampire I knew. Everything seemed blurry when I first moved in. I just didn't feel right. I was living life in a fog, not really caring about anything. I took Artemis's advice and started meditating. Finley taught me how to do yoga, and we began doing it every morning. Those two things helped so much I didn't even need the potion. One morning, I woke up feeling amazing. Whatever fog I had been in seemed to be gone. My memories haven't returned, but I sometimes still hear the voices. Artemis assured me that they are close to a breakthrough. I started to actually enjoy myself. I loved feeling the soil in my hands. I loved taking care of the animals. I loved cuddling Damon's baby Journey. I loved learning how to knit with Finley, even though it was a little bit frustrating. I even loved fishing with Damien, who turned out to be a really great guy. I may not remember a lot of my past, but for the first time in a long time, I was happy. In fact, I was the happiest I could ever remember being.